What up, world? How y'all doing out there? Y'all might be watching this video in the morning, noon, midday, late night, early morning. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a blessed one. But before we get into our next segment, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You can even share it if you want to. Appreciate it. Good looking out. But today I want to talk about cultural differences. Right? Cultural differences. So what I mean by that is culturally we're all different. But ultimately we're all human beings. Right? And we have different habits. Some of us have same habits, as human beings. But culturally, we're different, And not to take away from any culture. Not to take away from any culture. But we're just all different. One culture don't do what another culture does. One culture might see this as taboo. The other culture lives by it. You know what I'm saying? So culturally, we're different. So when you have different cultures agreeing and disagreeing on whatever it is, anything, you're gonna have conflict, right? So no matter how you see things, and plus it could be some differences in your own culture. Like, okay, these people don't believe in XYZ, but these people live by it. In your culture, culturally. So when you look at from how we're raised to the things we're taught on a daily basis, creeds, things we live by, things we swear by. I mean, it all depends on your background, your ethnic, and your morals, So, as opposed to some cultures pride themselves on being religious, and some cultures don't believe in religion at all. They're atheists. It's just, so now you're going to have a conflict of interest, right? These and these. They can't see eye to eye. They're not on the same level. They don't think the same. It's just different. But if you take away religion out of this equation between both of these groups who believe and don't believe, right? Take that out of the equation. Then you just have a set of human beings. Right? Because at the end of the day, strip away religious, strip away money, strip away titles, and take away morals. You have a set of people. You have a group of people. People is what you're left with. A human being is what you're left with, right? So culturally, it divides us. It keeps us apart. It keeps us going against each other. So if we don't have any of those things, I'm like, all right, I take religion out. Oh, hey, how you doing? What do you see? Take race out. Take the ethnic background. Take all that stuff out of the equation. Would you see another human being, right? Yeah. I'm just like you. Mouth, eyes, nose, ears, hands, fingers, toes, arm. I'm just like you. Live, eat, breathe, drink. I'm just like you. Right? So if you have this, okay, well, I got more money than you. You have the rich, you have the poor, right? Without the money, you have a set of human beings. Without the title, I'm the boss, I'm the supervisor, I'm the mayor, I'm the president, I'm the chief, I'm the. Take all that out of the equation. Titles are really useless. I know we have to have order, right? Because other than that, we're just animals in the wild. But we have to have order, right? But people get so caught up in having a title that it separates us. Now we're divided. The elite shouldn't be talking to the bottom feeders. Oh, my money makes me better. My neighborhood makes me better. This patch of dirt is better than this patch of dirt where I live. Come on, really? Come on. At the end of the day, that hole is the same size. And I'm not going to be any deeper than you are. You can't take that money with you. You can't take that house, those cars, clothes. You can't take none of that stuff with you at the end of the day. So we're divided by titles. We're divided by culture. We're divided by race. And we're divided by simply just being different. Right? And for us to be divided, we're, we can be conquered as a whole. As a whole, we can be conquered. You know what they say, together we stand, right? Divided we fall. And you got to think about some cultures send their kids out into the wilderness at the age of 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, stuff like that, right? Go out and be a man. You come back, you're a man. You survive, you come back, you're a man. Other cultures pride themselves on things like where I'm from, right? You have to have a DOC number in order to be accepted, right? You have to have a criminal background, criminal history to be accepted. Other than that, you ain't hitting on nothing. You're soft. You ain't never did nothing. You're soft. Right? Other cultures, if you don't have an MBA, if you don't have a degree, if you don't have a PhD, if you don't have then you're not accepted. So, different strokes, different folks. But at the end of the day, we're human, right? If you take all that away, at the end of the day, we're human. So one culture might pride themselves on, so you have, oh, man, oh boy, he about to go to jail. Oh, we're going to throw him a going away party, right? Celebrating that he's about to go to jail and do time. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to throw him a going away party. We finna celebrate him going away to prison. I mean, think about that. This is what we do. Think about that. We're going to celebrate him going to prison. What? Wait a minute. And then it's, oh boy just came home. Man, let's throw him a party. We're going to celebrate him surviving prison, coming home, not ratting, not being a snitch. This is the things we celebrate all the time. Wait, this is our normal. This is our normal. Other cultures, right? They celebrate, oh, he's finna go to college. They throw him a going away party. He graduated college. He has a graduation party. He just got a new job. He's the head of the company. He's making this much money. He has this. He just bought a house. Those are the other cultures. Right? So we have to normalize getting an education. We have to normalize going to college without being in jail, went to jail, having a DOC. We have to normalize those things. Oh, he just got a company. He just bought a house. He just got a car. He's the head of the... We have to normalize those things. Culturally, we got to rewrite this script. We have to rewrite this narrative. I don't want to be celebrated going to jail. I'm finna go do 15, 20 years. I don't want to have a party right now. I don't want to be celebrated. I just came home from doing 15, 20 years. Man, I don't want to party. Yeah, I'm cool. Man, listen. Happy you're home. Good to see you. You made it out. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to party. Just because I did 15, 20 years. That makes me a man. You know what it makes you? An ex-con, right? So now, what about life after jail, after prison? Think about that. How different is your life? Now you have a record. Nobody wants to hire you. You're going to have a hard time getting a job. You're going to have a hard time finding this, finding that. Nobody wants to trust you. Nobody wants to take a chance on you. What is that about? I'm just saying, what is that about? As opposed to, you know what? I just did college, junior college, no, high school, junior college, I just graduated. Now the doors are wide open for you. You have a better chance now at life because you didn't go to prison, because you didn't go to jail, right? Let's normalize that. Let's teach our kids. It don't matter what background you have, what race you are. Let's teach our kids. That's all I'm saying. Let's teach our kids. We have to stop being friends first. I'm not going to tell anybody how to raise their kids. You do what you want to do. You handle your business how you want to handle your business. Raise your kids. A lot of people don't discipline their kids. Oh, my mom and dad never whooped me. Your mom and dad probably didn't have to whoop you. Now whooping, spanking, forbidden. Whipping, forbidden. Oh, it's brutal. What? You don't spank your kids and they don't deserve this. You gotta love them and isn't it? Yeah, I love them. And they gonna know it too. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is me. You do what you want to do with your kids. You raise your kids how you want to raise your kids. You spat a rod, you spat a child. I'm just saying. Oh, I never got a whooping. Oh, you probably didn't need a whooping. All you needed was a look. You knew to get right. You knew not to do that no more, or not to say that no more. You knew your place. Some kids don't get punishment. Some kids don't have chores. Some kids get what they want, cry, act a fool, no consequences. This is not a race thing. I've seen it in all races. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, that. It doesn't matter. So trying to be politically correct in this situation, no. I'm sorry. Like it, don't like it, unapologetically, right? I'm just speaking facts. I've seen it, I've lived through it, I've witnessed it. Speaking facts. So, you think the world cares about how soft your kid is? The world don't care about how soft your kid is. So therefore, you're not going to spank them. You're not going to whip them. You're not going to discipline them. They say what they want, do what they want, feel how they want, act how they want, talk how they want with no consequences. But that's in your household. When they get outside those doors, when they walk out of your house, they're going to feel like they can talk to people out in the world as they do to you. The mom, the dad, the world, they're going to look at them as, who are you talking to? I got something for you. And you know why they're going to feel like they can talk that way, say anything to anybody, do anything to anybody? Because they had no discipline at the house. Consequences wasn't applied. If they do something at the house, no punishments. They could still play their game. They could still walk around and be nothing. So now they feel like, oh, this is the world. This is how things are. Because you never taught them differently. Man, you could do that in the house, but once you get out there in the streets, in the real world, these rules don't apply. It's different. So when your kid and your child goes out there in the world and act as if they're at home, it's different. It's very different. So, man, we got to do better about these kids. We have to do better. They fear nothing. Just saying, these kids fear nothing because it starts at the house. I don't care what nobody says. Starts at the house. Now, if you do your best, if you discipline, if you whip, if you spank, if you punish, if you hold them accountable for things that they do and consequences, you're going to have a better chance of having kids that know better in the world, in the streets. It's a better chance. But if you do nothing at all, tell me the odds. Parents want to be kids' friends first. I will not be a friend first. It's not going to happen. No. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we have to go about this whole little thing differently. Culturally, yeah, we need to step it up, man. We need to do just a little bit better, a lot more better, because there's a lot that goes on out here. We need to hold these kids responsible. We need to hold the parents responsible. Everybody needs to be held accountable because every action has a reaction. Straight like that. I'm just saying. So at the same time, man, it takes a village. So if your kids are out in the streets and, somebody try to discipline them, oh, don't talk to my kids like that. Don't talk to my son, my daughter like that. That's that. Now the kid sees that. They see that you're upholding them in their wrongdoing. Bad move. Bad decision. Bad. So now they feel like, oh, my parents got my back. I can do what I want to do. Just saying. Now, if you do all the things you need to do and your kids still go out there and act a fool and act up and do this and that, you've done all you can do. At the end of the day, you've done all you can do. So, man, as opposed to just seeing this stuff on TV, then when it hit home, it hits different. Man, we can do better. It's always room for improvement. Never think you can't improve in your situation. So culturally, we're divided, you know. Um, but I think if we come together, um, despite the differences, race, creed, color, background, ethnic, uh, things we believe in, don't believe in, if we could set some of those differences aside and see each other as human beings, we'll be okay. We definitely will be okay. And we have to instill and discipline these kids. We have to, man. It's our job. But I can't see my homeboy son acting up in the streets and then I'd be like, man, come here, let me holler at you. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. He go tell his dad, oh, you know Travis told me and talked to me this way and this and that. Now his dad come, man, what you talking to my son like that for? Don't tell him what to do and that. Okay, cool. All right. You never have to worry about me talking to your son again. Yeah. He could be out here getting in all kind of trouble. That ain't my business. I can't. I won't. Because what it's going to do? It's going to start a family feud. It's going to start a feud. It's going to escalate and this and that. But, you know, our parents back in the day, if Miss Johnson seen me acting up, I grew up in the projects. If Miss Johnson seen me acting up and I was in the front of the projects, she going to whoop me all the way to the middle of the projects. Mrs. Smith is going to take over, whoop me from the middle of the projects all the way to the back of the projects to where I lived at, till my mama get me. My mom not going to say one word to Miss Smith or Miss Johnson. And if she think I talk back to either one of them, I'm getting it even worse. But she never, don't hit my child, don't beat my child. She never did that. She just took over. When I made it to my house, she took over. It took a village. From the front to the middle to the back. This is just how we was raised. It was just how things was done in those days. You know what I'm saying? And now I apply that same method to my kid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, we can do better. We can do better. We will do better. You got this. I know you got this. You know, so just culturally being different, it's a challenge. It's been going on since the beginning of time. So it's gonna take some time. But we can get there. Ultimately, if we work together, we can get there. So, you know, man, we just have to do what needs to be done.